Belated Happy New Year, tacticians. It's about time to get back to work and reiterate what others said about the various heroes of Tacticus, and for the first video of the series of 2024, let's skip the usual order and have the AI, oh, that's me, he's making me mention myself. We talk about someone truly special. Hero in, almost, 60 seconds, Sebastian Yarrick, the hero of Hades' Hive. Yarrick is one of the most renowned commissars of the Imperium, one of the few mortals who are respected by even the Space Marines, and, somewhat ironically, by the Orcs. I assure you, the circulating rumors of his death have been greatly exaggerated, and we will deal exemplarily with whoever has been spreading them around. But aside from being extremely healthy and well, how is he in Tacticus? Come find out. The writer of the humorous segment that is normally scheduled here has been granted the Emperor's mercy to improve morale of the remainder of the writer corps for referring to the Cadian guards as Canadians, and recommending you just point towards the enemy and tell the Canadians. I mean, Cadians, quote, they are hiding the baby seals from you. Yarrick's active ability summons 2 Cadian guardsmen in random hexes from which they can attack the selected target, plus 1 Cadian for every unit you lost so far, up to 4 total, or 5 at level 36+. Can be used at distance too, even when Yarrick is engaged in melee. Will summon fewer Cadians if not enough hexes from which they can immediately attack are available. Yarrick's passive boosts the damage of all your units with the battle fatigue trait, Cadians and, ironically, the Orc summons, and if one of them does run away, Yarrick will execute him, which prevents any future runaways while also further increasing their damage, as long as Yarrick is still on the field. Yarrick has a mobility of 3 and a range 2 hit, bolter attack, for the standard reach of 5. His melee is 3 hit power, making him more of a melee hero. Yarrick has a rather average HP pool and armor and can equip a weapon, a block item and a block booster. With a few lucky blocks and his resilient trait, he can be surprisingly, or annoyingly, depending on which side he is on, tough. As I just mentioned, Yarrick has the resilient trait, which means he will only die to an overkill, when you deal at least twice his current HP worth of damage in a single attack, unless he is already at only 1 HP. This pairs well with Isabella. He gets reduced to 1 HP by the attack and then gets healed back to unoverkillable by her immediately. Yarrick is great in PvP. When his active is leveled enough, he can basically print you a whole new team after the old one has died for the Imperium, and with his resilience and the AI often keeping him in the back, this can prove difficult to stop. Yarrick's AI will tend to use the ability only on the 2 most dangerous, highest attack value, I think, units in your team. Figure out which 2 these are and use this fact to your advantage, mercilessly. In the Imperial campaigns and legendary release events, his Canadians. Cadians, go Emperor damn it. Trample and distract most opposition, so Yarrick can be your Imperial carry with ease. He is also pretty decent in the guild raids for similar reasons, with Eldrian buffing the Cadians and maybe Archimatos to produce a batch of bloodletters to be later converted to Cadians by Yarrick. The bloodletters have learnt to stop asking questions and just take the last guns, and we have arranged regular counseling by Angrax for Archimatos for the trauma. This is especially true for the Gibberscraps and Rockbone miniboss fights, where you try to fit as many separate attacks on the miniboss per turn as you can, and Canondians are ranged. And with Creed and or Onshi, oh my. So, as a conclusion, Yarrick is a rather strong character, and can be pretty overpowered if you get him early in the game, which is totally a thing considering he is the new player shop offer, at least I think he still is. As a strict free-to-play, I skipped it, and the regret was real. I can barely believe all this information fit in a minute, and I'm not saying that just because there's a bolter pressing against the back of my head. Thanks for not shooting me, Commissar, and I will see you in the next one, Tactician.